Okay, I'm going to give you a brief summary of report speech. Report speech is when you are telling someone what the other person said. It is used to put ideas of the other speaker without quotation marks when we are doing it written. In the report speech, we often use past tenses than the tense original used, and sometimes we may change some words from the original, such as pronouns. Also, the words don't have to be the exact same because we are paraphrasing what the speaker said.
There are several steps to change a sentence into report speech. The first one that we have is changing the pronouns of the sentences. For example, changing the I to she. Like in a sentence, if you want to say in direct speech, you said, "She said, I am going to the bathroom." And in a report speech, you can say, "She said that she is going to the bathroom." So that's when you change the I to the she.
Wow.
The next one is change the verb tense. The report speech sentences have to be written in past. So that's why we often change the verb tenses to past. For example, you change the present continuous to a past continuous. The next step is changing the time expressions. We have to modify the expression for it to be in past to match the context and the clauses. So here we have an example, and the expression will be tomorrow becoming the next day. In report speech, we change it to the next day because we don't know if it's the same time the other person said that he will call. Maybe it is now another day.
Okay, so the fourth rule is to remove quotation marks. And this is because if we leave them, it would be like a direct speech. But since we're changing the pronouns and tenses, it cannot be a direct speech. And lastly, the fifth rule is to add the word that to introduce what the other person said. For example, she said that she would be here by noon.
Now, apart from all the steps we have seen before, there are some universal rules that we need to follow when using reported speech. There are 6 of them. The first one is when using imperatives, the verb stays in infinitive. For example, she said, "I need to do my homework." The verb need stays in infinitive. Rule number 2, when introducing questions, you have to add the word if or whether when making it reported speech. For example, Fatima asked if we could use calculators in the exam. Number 3, when talking about the future, we can use would. For example, Camila said she would go for an ice cream later. Rule number 4 is when we are reporting truths or facts, there is no need to change the tense of the verb. For example, Maria told me that the ice melts on hot temperatures. Rule number 5 is that in conditional sentences, the verb stays the same and never forget to use if. For example, Bruno said that if we work together, we would finish faster. If you look in this last example, we also used rule number 3. And lastly, rule number 6 is when reporting possibilities, we use small verbs like may or might. For example, the teacher mentioned that we may not take the exam this week. With this, we have concluded the explanation of reported speech. Now, in order for you to practice it, we have created a memory game adapted to all of the things we have seen about reported speech in this last presentation. It will consist of many cards in which some will have sentences and in which the other will have rules or steps referring to reported speech. We really thank you for watching this video, and we hope the video and the game will help you to improve. Thank you.